Right then, let's get cracking in the JF and see how we get on. Bing bong, that's an interesting little noise. Press space to continue. Okay, hello neighbour. Is that noise actually going to happen the entire time? Is it? Oh my god. Yeah, that's not happening. Nope, no thank you. Hello, I'm Tactical Pascal. Welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. This video is the startup tutorial for the JF-17 Thunder in DCS World. I'd like to start by saying thank you again to everyone who has clicked like, subscribed and watches all the videos. It really means a lot to see so many people watching and getting help from videos. If you haven't subscribed, please consider clicking that button. It's going to help the channel grow and then I can produce more content for you wonderful people. I'm going to start uploading at least once a week, so hopefully there's going to be more help for the newer people starting out there, and I'll be doing some mission videos with some of the guys soon, so it'll be more interesting for those old salty dogs that are around as well. Okay, so here we are in the JF-17 Thunder by Deka Ironworks. I would say do the training tutorial for startup, but that seatbelt warning sign or seatbelt warning sound will make your ears bleed. So instead you've got my sexy wee voice. So we're going to go to the electric panel, right click battery, AC generator and DC generator. Come to the left, starter pump on, engine control on. Next, uncage the throttle by clicking that little black lever, and we're going to press and hold the ground start button for a couple of seconds. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 banana. Engine's coming on, let go of the button. Next thing we're going to do while that all starts up is over here you've got all your avionics power switches. Now you could do them all individually or you could just click combat, because that's what we're going to need. We can turn up our comms while we're here. TAC analysis. I'm not going to turn up this one because this is our warning.
Warning.
There you go, and it's very loud and annoying. So we're getting all sorts of warnings about ECS, AC generators and all that coming through. So what we're going to do is arm our seat by clicking it to safe and removing the pin. Ooh, danger, danger. Next thing we want to do is get this canopy closed, but before we do that, let's put on our oxygen, otherwise we will suffocate. So connect the two valves and then roll on the oxygen. While we're here on the left hand side, I'm going to turn on the showers and the backup radio. That's done, so let's start to close this cockpit. So we've now got our environmental controls, canopy and cabin pressure. Click the cockpit forward, that's hermetically sealed. 2 warnings, we can stop them by putting on our environmental controls to normal. That's all the warning lights gone. Next up we need to bring up our HUD and our upfront controls. So rotate the HUD controls and brightness, the HUD will start to appear. Upfront controls, roll up the UFCP. This is where we do our alignment. So over to the right hand side is our INS alignment button. Leave that alone for now. What we want to do is press right shift and K, and then we're going to put this information here into our upfront controls. So the first thing we're going to do is click the latitude, and we're going to copy this information here. So it's 4306 129, enter. Now it rounds up to 13. Next we're going to do is the longitude. So 04034183, enter it. Now we have our altitude, which is 74 feet, so 00074. Enter it. Now if we were below sea level, we'd click the left arrow to put it minus 74, but we're above, so we've got plus 74. Now remember your heading, that's important, okay, because we're going to align it here. Where this heading says true heading, we're going to change that, so our heading is 025. So we're going to click our alignment to fast. Now we have the option, as this starts to time down, to put in our heading of 025. That will restart the alignment system for the INS. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to put the engine monitoring on the left hand side. I'm going to put engine, in fact I'll put systems on. No, I'll put engine monitoring. Now while the INS is going, we're going to turn on our data link. So if we press return, we're going to press the right button twice, and then we're going to change that COM2 to 199. This is always your data link radio. Now, depending on where you are in the flight, if you're the first person in the JEF of your flight, you're going to select the master mode. If you're a wingman, you're going to select the slave mode. So we'll go master mode, and then we'll put C-Link to on, and it tells us here we're master mode. Our ID is number 2. So our alignment is completed. That's the flashing button there. So we go back to our INS nav, right click it, and that is our INS fully aligned. Easy peasy. Next thing we need to do is load our data cartridge. Now at the moment I've got some air-to-ground weapons. Let's have a look. So we got some bombs and a single fuel tank. So what I'll do is I'll just click the data cartridge, which is back here, left click once, left click again. That's going to slide in that data cartridge, and then we come up to here where it says DTC locked. We click all, enter. Now this is going to load the information from the data transfer cartridge to the aircraft. It's going to let the aircraft know what you're carrying, essentially. While doing that, I'm going to turn on the HSD in the right hand panel so we can have a look what's happening. Sorry, that's me scratching my head. So we've got a master caution now. If I turn up the warning volume, we've got a config warning. That says the aircraft is not configured correctly. So if you've got any air-to-ground weapons, you need this config to be in air-to-ground. If you're carrying any fuel tanks on the wings, it needs to be in air-to-ground 2 or AG2 or AG1. So we've got a center line, so we're AG1. If we had wing tanks, which I'll show in a second, that would need to be on AG2. Now let's say we wanted to rearm and refuel. You do that the normal way, rearm and refuel. Now let's remove that fuel tank, remove payload, and then we'll add some wing tanks. We'll go to fuel tanks, and then we'll add, let's go for an SD10 on the wing, and then we'll hit OK. Now we've requested refueling. That's exactly the same as you would normally do. What you then need to do is load the data cartridge. So while they're doing that, we'll talk about this upfront radio. So hit return again, that brings you back to the main page. Now the radios in the JEF are slightly different, so they're all contained. So we're at Garawata, frequency is 259. So let's go to our pre-programmed radios. So 259 on the frequency. Where are we? It's here, channel 135. So we preload the radio. Hit the arrow twice, and then you put 135. Hit it again. We're now preloaded to channel 135, which is 259 megahertz. Now refueling is complete. Very shortly they will put the weapons on the aircraft and the fuel tank. I'll turn up the volume so you'll hear the warning, warning. As soon as they put those weapons on, here they come, coming on the right wing, SD10 and fuel tank. So there's fuel tanks waiting on the SD10s. Now, there's no warning because the computer does not yet know that we have got those aircraft or those weapons selected. So we need to open the canopy. She'll give us a warning that the canopy's coming open, but we need to eject the data cartridge by left clicking eject twice, and then we need to tell the ground crew to update the DTC data. Update data. Now I'm going to turn her down while she
updating the DTC now.
So they're going to update that card to let the aircraft know what we've actually got.
DTC update complete.
So what we need to do, they've updated it, we click and click again. That's going to start loading in the data. So we hit all, enter, and we'll close our canopy.
Warning.
Well, here it's saying warning, warning because our canopy's open. Now we have the config light warning. That's because our configuration's wrong. So we don't have any air-to-ground weapons anymore. So we click air-to-air, but we've got wing tanks. We need to go AG2. Sorry, AG, we get wing tanks, AG2. Our weapons. So that is the JEF loaded with an air-to-air loadout. No cautions, no warnings. INS is aligned. Everything's tickety-boo. All we need to do now is taxi out. So we need to turn off our parking brake, which is here. Click, and then we're just going to throttle up. Now you've got a nose wheel steering button in the JF. You need to assign it to a button in your joystick. We'll turn that on, and then we steer as normally, head out to the runway. When you take off, you put your flaps to the rear position. So that's the quick startup of the JF-17. It's just designed to get you flying, practice flying around the airframe and getting used to its handling. It is very good. It is multi-role. I would recommend though that you use it in either air-to-air or air-to-ground because of the limitations in its actual carrying load due to its hard points. It's better if you perform one roll with it during your mission. Obviously come back, rearm, reload when you need to. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please click that subscribe button. It's going to help the channel grow. Don't forget to click like, hit the notification bell, can't even say it, and all that good stuff. Until next time, thanks for watching. Tactical Pascal, out!